Hello everyone, welcome back to FUT FM with West Ham United, and we're getting towards the business end of the season with an FA Cup tie today and then a Champions League game in midweek. It's going to be quite a tough start to this episode before relaxing into games against Sunderland, Middlesbrough, Leicester and Bournemouth. But these first two games are crucial, especially the FA Cup tie with Spurs. The Champions League is going to be hard because we were beaten 3-0 by Juventus in Italy, so it's going to be really tough to overcome that. We need to win by 3 clear goals just to force extra time. Really, it's going to need to be 4 goals, so that's going to be a really tough test for us. But I'm going to prioritise the FA Cup for now. I won't rest people for the Juventus game, but they will be tired after the FA Cup match. But obviously the first thing we need to do is open a 100k pack. We are still in the top 4. We're currently 3rd place with 8 league games left to go. So let's open that pack and get a game-changing player. And we get Martial, who we already have. Balotelli, not too interested in. Same with Giovanni Dos Santos. Rudiger, not particularly interested in. I might take a look at Rudiger. Nelson Semedo, I don't think's that great. Mikel, don't need. So it's looking like there's not really anybody here that I actually want, which is a little bit unfortunate. Martial is a good person to get in, but we already have him in the team. I'm going to look at Rudiger. But otherwise, I think that's it. If I miss anybody, do let me know in the comments. I'm not interested in Mario Balotelli at all. But let me know in the comments. I can always bring them in for next episode if I've missed somebody glaringly obvious. But for now, let's take a look at Rudiger and then get into this game with Spurs. Well, I have decided not to bring Rudiger in. I think there wasn't really anybody in that pack that I wanted that much, and I don't want to disrupt the flow of the team ahead of 2 big games. So we're going to stick with what we've got. It does mean we've got a bit of a makeshift defence with Paulista at left back and Ward-Prowse at right back. Stones and Tara in the centre with Ter Stegen behind them. Rafinha, Herrera and Ali in the midfield with Martial, Williams and Origi leading the line. Luan coming down the left flank. He's got 2 players in the middle. There's Harry Kane onto Ceballos, and he's hit the woodwork. He really had to score in that position. Paulista, ball taken away. He's got it back though. That ball to Origi didn't work out. Now Luan is on the counter-attack. He finds Ceballos, who loses it to Herrera. Origi can slip a pass in. He does to find Martial. There's a ball over to Williams, who's put it wide. Ceballos. Tar cuts out the ball. Dele Alli to Herrera. There's the ball over the top and it's released. Martial in on goal. Good save from Vorm. Stones finds Martial. He's got people in the middle as he pulls it across. Now Origi at the far post has nodded it into the back of the net to give us a deserved lead. Harry Kane plays the ball in behind to Luan. He's got in on goal and it's gone into the back of the net. I think it took a deflection off James Ward-Prowse in the process, but Spurs have levelled. Divock Origi plays the ball out wide to Ward-Prowse, takes a touch, gets the cross in, and Williams at the near post is there to tuck it home and restore our lead. Davies with a free kick, cleared away, but only as far as Ceballos, who's found the bottom corner, and Spurs have levelled. They've only had 1 shot on target in this entire game, but it's 2-2. Bentaleb puts the ball in, it is cleared out, Winks has it. Now Luan. Plays it into Harry Kane, and it's 3-2 to Spurs. This is ridiculous. There's no late comeback today. We've absolutely thrown that game away against Spurs. Really not good enough. We should have had that home and dry long before Spurs got the second equaliser. We've definitely been done a bit. We were by far the better team, but we just didn't capitalise on it. Well, the job of taking out Juventus falls on a bit of a makeshift team. We've had to use the under-23 team to fill out our squad. We only had 3 players on the bench without them. And we've also got one making his debut at left back. It is Neufville, whoever that is. But he's going to be joined by Paulista, Bartra, Stones, and then Isco, Herrera and Ali in the middle with Martial, Williams and Origi up front. Donnarumma is back in goal because of Ter Stegen being cup-tied. I'm really not holding out for progression in this, but I would like to beat Juventus if we can and show that we are good enough to be at this level of competition. Zaza plays the ball through, Higuain's got in and Higuain has scored. It's all over for us inside 5 minutes. We need 5 goals from here to go through, and it's the same goal that completely cut us open twice in the last match. Higuain has the ball on the right flank, puts it in, and Lemina arriving at the near post just tucks it home, and it's all too easy for Juve. Dele Alli down to Herrera. Now Martial. Back to Isco. Ali to Origi. Isco again. Switches a flank out to Stones, who puts it in. Comes to Herrera, and he's found the bottom corner with that shot. That is a pretty good effort from the edge of the area. Martial going on a run down the left side. Loses the ball. Higuain over the top. Zaza's got in behind, and he's taken out by John Stones, but Higuain arriving smashes it in for 3-1. Zaza switches the flank to Higuain. Isco has the ball now. Williams over to Martial. Cuts inside, lays it off for Newfield. There's Martial into Isco, who does get another goal back for us. There's a full-time whistle. We have been completely blown apart by Juventus over these two legs. It's really not good enough. I thought we'd probably lose out to them. They are a stronger team right now, but I really thought we could have done better in that game. After the disappointing results so far in this episode, we really need to turn things around and make sure we hang on to this 4th place in the league. Away against Sunderland, who are 16th, we should be getting 3 points. We've got a few players back in the team as well, including Sturgeon in goal. Newfield is still going to continue at left back, with Stones, Pallister and Tar across the rest of the back four. Then we've got Rafinha, Herrera and Ali in the middle, with Martial, Williams and Origi continuing to lead the line. Noble plays the ball diagonally to Barini, who's got in behind. He's got a man arriving, and he's found Dominic Solanke to give Sunderland a 1-0 lead. Martial over the way to Origi. Now Gabriel Pallister finds Martial again. He's got 2 in the box, puts it across, and Origi's there to side foot it in for his 30th goal of the season. Solanke tries to find Barini on the left flank. He's still got it. He's got 3 players arriving. Solanke's one of them. There's Haaland. Goes for goal, and he's found the bottom corner perfectly past Ter Stegen, and we've been pegged behind for the 2nd time. Martial inside to Rafinha. Can we get the instant reply? It's cleared out as far as Pallister. Dele Alli into Origi. Slips it to Tar, who has found the top corner. His first goal for the club brings us level. Jonathan Tar making a late run to try and find a winner, puts it in, it's cleared out, and Van Aanholt's there ahead of Origi. That will be the full-time whistle. It's a really disappointing draw with Sunderland. We should have won that game, and we've been held back, dropping 2 points in the process, which means that we are still in 3rd place, but Spurs can easily move ahead of us. So luckily, we've still got a big gap on Liverpool, but they have 2 games in hand and can close that gap to just 2 points. Well, we're in a pretty good position in the league, all things considered, especially the start we've made to this episode. It means that if we win today against Middlesbrough, we will close the gap on Arsenal to just 1 point. Spurs will still have that game in hand of us, and they do have that 2-point clearance, but we can move 5 points clear of Liverpool with a victory today, so it's all the more important we get the points, especially at home against the 19th place team in the league. Andre Ter Stegen, one day I will say his full name correctly, is in goal, with Alaba, Stones, Bartra and Tar making up the proper defence for the first time in a while. We've got Rafinha, Herrera and Ali in midfield, with Martial, Williams and Origi still leading the line. Dele Alli taking the ball out wide to Tar. Ball put inside. It's run for Martial, who was onside because of the ricochets, and he's able to touch it home and give us a lead. Rafinha's corner. Oh, and it's in. It's a header for Mark Bartra, who's made it 2-0. Oh, the great clearance upfield, which has come to Williams, who's hit the base of the post. Dele Alli to Herrera. Now Williams spins in the box and can't beat Guzan. Martial can't get the ball in either. Rafinha's corner. Cleared out to Williams. Rafinha can try again. He's still got lots of players in there. Origi's one of them, and he's made it 3-0. There's a full-time whistle. It has finished 3-0. It's a crucial victory for us in the hunt for Champions League football. It moves us up to 3rd place in the table. We're only 1 point behind Arsenal. There's no real surprises in the team for the match against Leicester. We are shifting Mark Bartra out to right back so that Jonathan Tar can play the middle, with Stones and Alaba to their left. Rafinha, Herrera and Ali are the middle 3, with Martial, Origi and Williams pretty much cemented now as the front 3 players of choice. Albrighton down the line to Jamie Vardy. He finds Cabaye. There's Kuja Choi, and they've taken the lead, Leicester, inside 3 minutes. Simpson. Ball works his way to Mahrez. Simpson again. Sends the cross in, looking for Albrighton. It's headed across goal. Vardy there targets it away. Herrera out to Martial. We need to get a grip on this game. We're only 7 minutes in, but Bartra's got a chance down the right wing, puts it across, and Origi's effort deflects into the back of the net. It counts as his goal despite 2 or 3 ricochets on the way, and he's pulled us level. Rafinha's free kick finds John Stones. Alaba's in there. He's laid it up for Martial. It comes back to Origi, and that's the goal that puts us in front. Rafinha over the top. Origi's onto it. He's in behind the defence, and he's dragged back by Wes Morgan to give us a penalty. It's Alaba to take the penalty, and he's found the bottom corner. The keeper nearly got to it, but we've moved 3-1 ahead. Williams. Forward to Martial, ball through to Origi. Now Alaba crosses it to Williams off the post, back in again, and Origi is there to complete his hat-trick and make it 4-1. Cabaye's corner, headed out by Marcus Rashford. Jeffrey Schlupp's there. He plays it on to Cabaye. Ball in behind for Simpson, pulls it back. Mahrez with a good goal in that bottom corner at the near post. Only his second goal of the season is quite interesting. Caleri, into the middle is Mahrez. He plays it over to Caleri again. Ball runs for Cabaye, now Chul to Schlupp, pulls it across, and Caleri has made it 4-3, and with 7 minutes left to play, we're being turned over. Rafinha's free kick. Looking for the head of Tar, it's cleared away, and Schlupp can launch a counter-attack for Leicester. Instead, it's Martial who's in on goal, and that is a clinical finish from Martial to damage any hope of Leicester coming back. There's a full-time whistle. We have managed to hang on and get that victory. Looked like it was all going to go out the window when Leicester pulled it back to 4-3, but we've managed to get the win that moves us up to second place in the league, at least for now. But we close the gap on United to 7 points. We're not likely to overhaul that before the end of the season, but to stay ahead of Spurs, Arsenal and Liverpool is definitely a worthy achievement. The final match of this episode is at home against Bournemouth as we look to solidify our top 4 finish. We have got the same sort of team going out there as we've had the last few matches. It's Martial, Origi and Williams leading the line with Rafinha, Herrera and Ali across the middle. Alaba, Stones, Tar and Bartra make up the back 4 and Ter Stegen continues in goal. Dele Alli to Williams. Plays it across to Rafinha. Herrera with options. Finds Origi who's running into the box and finds the back of the net. Zarate's free kick. And there's a foul in the box from Jonathan Tah. Apparently he pushed Mark Wilson, which means that Bournemouth have the chance of getting back into this game despite not threatening at any point. Callum Wilson to take the penalty, and he's found the top corner. That was an excellent penalty. It was actually Mark Wilson, not Callum Wilson. Rafinha to Dele Alli. Now Bartra. He's in the box. He's gone for goal. He's found the top corner. What an effort from Mark Bartra. Quite interesting, there's been 9 shots in this game. All 9 have gone on target as Rafinha charges towards the area. He's still got the ball. He's tackled now. Townsend down the line to Afobe. And that's a 2-footed tackle from David Alaba, who's about to get given a red card completely unnecessarily when we're 2-1 up. And he's a defender on the left winger's position making that challenge. That's just unacceptable. Dele Alli. Forward to Martial. Now Origi. We're playing with just 2 up top after that red card. Dele Alli again. Finds Bartra. Herrera to Martial. Back to Bartra, who's scored again. He's got a brace today. Martial's taken that ball down brilliantly. Origi loses it in the tackle. Pugh over the top finds Zarate. He's in on the defence but targets it away, and that's released Origi. These long clearances are just going for either side. Martial's got in there, and despite only having 10 men, we've made it 4-1. There's been 12 shots in this game. They've all gone on target, resulting in 5 different goals. Dele Alli down the line to Origi. He's got Martial across from him. He finds him now, and it's deflected off the crossbar and the keeper into the back of the net. Harriata to Insua. Now Pugh. Good tackle from Bartra. Origi's been released. Do we have a 6th goal in us? This 10-man team. Origi still going. Plays it across. Martial makes it 6. This is phenomenal from 10 men. Dele Alli going for a run. Plays it inside to Martial. He's still got the ball. Haisaj. Inside to Dele Alli. Herrera. Origi. Can he link up with Martial again? He's taken it to the line, pulls it inside, and Martial is there for the header and for his hat-trick. Martial, who's actually got 4 goals, not a hat-trick. Origi tackled. Ball played out. Daniels to Townsend. Now Harry Arter finds a Phobe. Can Bournemouth get a consolation goal back? It's Ward. Plays it inside, and it's come for Townsend, who makes it 7-2. And Josh Townsend having a run, finds Arter. He's lost the ball and Origi could be released. Martial is making his move now, looking to get into the box as Origi sends it in. And Martial, it's saved and it's gone in. It's an own goal this time. Martial doesn't get goal number 5, but we've scored 8 goals, 6 of them with 10 men. Bournemouth must be absolutely desperate for this full-time whistle. And there it is, a thoroughly embarrassing performance from Bournemouth as we go from 2-1 down to 10 men and then end up winning by 8 goals to 2. That is one of the most remarkable games I've ever seen with just 10 men. It means we close the gap on United to 7 points with the same number of games played, but with only 4 matches left, we're unlikely to catch them. We are 5 points clear of Liverpool though, which is quite reassuring with 4 games to go. But only 2 points separate 2nd and 4th, so we need to try and get one of those automatic group stage spots if we can. But that is going to be it for this episode. It's been a very good end to the episode after a very, very poor start to it. The 3 league wins have definitely helped us out. We now have away games against Southampton, a home game against Liverpool and then Derby, and then an away match against Stoke still to come. We should be getting 4 wins from 4 in those games and finishing in, hopefully, 2nd place, or who knows, maybe even closing down Manchester United. I'm going to give David Alaba a 2-week fine for getting sent off, which he is fine with. But that is going to be it for this episode. If you enjoyed the second half of this episode, do drop a like on it. If you want to see how we get on in hunting down this automatic Champions League space, do subscribe to the channel. But until next time, see ya.